Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. It means a lot. This video, I'm going to take a closer look at my Star Wars limited run collection. These are game collection. I only have 6 of these. It's not a complete collection for a limited run. They partnered with Star Wars or Disney and got the license to make these Star Wars games. These are basically reproductions of these games, but I think they're done in a really cool style. So there's 2 Game Boy games, 2 NES games, and 2 N64 games that I own. These were each limited to 3,000 copies each. The N64 games retailed for $45 each, kind of more on the steeper end, to be honest with you. And the Game Boy and NES games were each $40 US each. But again, kept in the packaging because I think the packaging is kind of what makes these games, to be honest with you, at least purchasing these. They're decent games for the most part. Shadow of the Empire is really fun. I recommend this for the N64. It's kind of aged over the years. It controls, I think any first-person shooter on the N64 is kind of aged because it only got one analog stick. However, story is based on the novel, Shadow of the Empire. Really fun game, actually. And it's got some really cool sequences. And I love the first opening scene with the snow speeder. Scene's pretty sweet. And then Racer is also a really fun game, obviously based on Phantom Menace, really based on the arcade that came out, a really fun arcade. That's a really fun racing game. You can upgrade your pod race, your pod racer, all that good stuff. And without any further ado, I'm going to show you guys a closer look at each of the games, the case themselves, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Okay, so here's a closer look at the 6 games I have from the Star Wars Limited Run production. There is more, as I mentioned before, including PC games and PlayStation 4 games, things like that, that were released as well, and collector's editions, etc. But these are the ones, to me, that kind of fit the retro theme. Unless you include the retro PC games, of course, which came out a little bit later. But let's start with I guess we'll start with the NES games. This is Empire Strikes Back. And you can see the card now. It's not punched out. I guess you could do that, but it's done to make it look like an old vintage Star Wars figure, which is pretty awesome. This is a fun game, a decent game, and this shows the other games available. So all 6 in the first wave, I guess we want to call it that. And this would basically, I don't want to open it right now, but this would punch in and just this kind of breaks apart here, tears apart pretty easy, and you just take the game out that way. The paper itself doesn't really feel like a card back that you would see in a vintage. It's got a different feel to it than you would see a vintage figure itself. I don't know if it's more glossy. I'm not quite sure what's different about it, but it's a different card stock. You can definitely feel it. Here is Star Wars. And this one's got more of a transparent blue. The other one had a transparent red, of course. And this game's fun. Totally different, though. This was also ported to the Game Gear. If you played the original Star Wars Game Gear, this is ported out. Now, the Star Wars for the Famicom that came out in Japan was much different than this game, but still fun. I like how it says 4 and up, because this is what the arcade or the figures would say back in the day, too. Here is the 2 for the Game Boy. So you get Empire Strikes Back, same port. You get to see more of the card back because the cartridges themselves are cool. And it's hard to see, but it says limited run games right there, and so they got their own mold, which is pretty awesome for a Game Boy game. And the back is the same, so it's pretty sweet. Same colors. I like the artwork here. It's pretty sweet. You can see the game again. Got Star Wars. You can see more of it. Pretty awesome. In fact, you can kind of tell that both images are the same. It's just the game takes up more of it, which is awesome. And these are the last 2. So all 4 of these were $40 each. They're limited to 3,000 copies production each. And this is the 2 of the N64 games that are $5 more at $45 each. So you have Star Wars Racer. This looks like the Star Wars Episode 1 figure, same card back with Darth Maul there. Pretty awesome. This is probably my favorite. I think this is my favorite card back of all 6 of them. I think this is my favorite. I'm actually one of the rare ones. I actually didn't mind Episode 1 as much. It's not my favorite Star Wars movie, but Darth Maul is my favorite character. Star Wars character, I like Qui-Gon Jinn. And there's some cool scenes in the movie, for sure. It's kind of aged on me over the time, to be honest with you. Not a fan of Jar Jar, though. Same back than before. Again, I can punch this out here. You get the limited run logo there. Lucasfilm Limited, licensed. So pretty cool that they're able to partner with them. I think that's pretty awesome. The last one I want to show you is Shadow of the Empire. I like the blue on red there. I kind of wish they did like maybe a black cartridge or a red cartridge. Maybe that would have been better, but the blue's cool. And then this is cool purple. I think this is spot on. It fits. Shadow of the Empire, again, Kenner at the time, which is now Hasbro, they did do a Shadow of the Empire line of figures, and this is what it would look like. Really awesome they did this, and it's purple. It's almost transparent. You kind of see the board there as well, which is awesome. If you haven't played this in your N64 game, definitely pick this game up. It's a lot of fun. You can play first person or third person, depending. You can change the angle. the camera angle, but it hasn't aged very well graphically, but the story's right there, and the cutscenes are cool, and the music's awesome, and it follows the book fairly well, and the same back as before. So I want to share these with you guys. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. That means a lot. We'll see you guys soon, and may the force be with you. Take care, guys. Game on.